As for me, I was doing okay. I've been doing a lot better. Like I said last time, the 20 milligrams of Prozac is working very well, but there are some times that I still kind of like freak out. I don't know what's wrong with my nasal passages, and I looked up the deviated septum, and I do not have a deviated septum. Usually that's from trauma, from a broken nose or whatever. So the disc was not sent in, so I gotta go pick it up. It's supposed to be mine. They said I could just pick it up at any time. So let them look at that and see, because I don't know. I'm honestly, this past week I've like lost faith in all the doctors. I am so frustrated. I went to see the plastic surgeon the day after I did the last video, because I do my videos on Monday and then edit it on Friday. So Tuesday, I went to see her, and my daughter had all her ducks in a row. You know, my daughter's breasts are like what my belly is to me. She's hated her breasts. She was a little girl. She was 9 years old. She started growing breasts. It was so awkward for her to be around the other kids her age. She was the tallest kid in the class. She was like a whole foot taller than the other kids, with these ginormous breasts as a preteen, and she's always hated them. And no matter how much we tell that to the plastic surgeon, it's not getting through her head. So she says that I want a letter from her psychiatrist stating that she's stable. I was like, okay. So I get that. It is a checklist that, and I learned later the week that that's the standard, that the psychiatrists have a checklist, and they check off either she's stable or a whole bunch of reasons why she's not. So saying that she's stable is like the best thing you can do. All the psychiatrists provide this is what I've been learning. That's still not good enough for her. She wants a crystal ball. She wants the psychiatrist to tell her that Stephanie's going to be happy after her surgery and not be disappointed. And I guess she's covering her butt for being sued. And it's ridiculous. It's like, hello, she's been wanting this since she was 9, and she's going to be 28. So, what the freak, you know? And so they had set the surgery date, and now it's up in limbo. And I can't make any appointments till I know what the surgery date is. So it's very frustrating. I'm actually pissed. I'm losing trust in this doctor even touching my daughter, and so is my daughter. And then she turns around to me, and even though she said, I want your blood pressure to be lowered, like I said last week, I lost over 20 pounds. My blood pressure went down by 20. It was 170 over 90. Then it went down to 170 over 70. Then it was 150 over 70. No, that's not good enough for her. I thought this lady was an intern. She was a resident. I found out this woman is the head of the plastic surgery department where I go. And they have these residents come in. And some of these residents and interns drive me insane. And this lady's looking at me. And I said to her, I'm like desperate. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of the pain in my panties, pain under my belly, pain on top of my belly. They keep saying there is no rash. They see nothing. But I'm in so much pain. And I know that it's inside. And I said, look, I don't think the infection's really gone. I think you're going to have to do to me like they did with my gallbladder. Keep me in the hospital a couple of days, have me pumped full of antibiotics and the IV, and get my blood pressure down. Treat me for the high blood pressure. I said, because I don't know what to do. We've tried like 12, 13 pills. She is looking at me and doing this. And I didn't catch her doing it. My daughter said she was rolling her eyes at me too. And I'm trying to explain to her, and she's just going, and I was like, what? You know, I finally just go, what? What is in your mind? Why are you doing that? What are you thinking? No, that's not how we do things here. they're not looking at this as a necessity. They're looking at this as something cosmetic. And it's not. It's a necessity. I mean, yes, it will be great to be able to fit in pants and underwear again. You know, I just wear a slip like they did on my grandmother's day. But, you know, it would definitely be more comfortable for me. But, you know, I'm not looking to get a husband, you know? I mean, you know, the hospital, I'm telling you, the hospital said they want me to get off the aspirin. I said, well, if you want me to get off the aspirin, then do the surgery, because the hospital feels that my AFib is due to this infection in my belly. No, she's just shaking her head at me, you know, and she's just like, no, that's not that's not how we do things here. And it's like, I don't know what else to do. I was so discouraged. So they said, don't even come back till you see a nutritionist, and you go back to see your cardiologist, who canceled on me twice. The first time he canceled on me, and when they rescheduled, I said I wanted it for Thursday 21st, and they rescheduled me for Wednesday, and I had another appointment that Wednesday. I had the pulmonary appointment. So they had to reschedule again. So I can't schedule anything until I know when this surgery is going to happen. Because I've already had things scheduled for right after the surgery that I will have to reschedule. But everything's in limbo right now. Because she wants to speak directly to the psychiatrist, because she wants the psychiatrist to give her crystal ball and say, yes, my daughter's going to react this way or that way. So nobody has a crystal ball. So when I called, I said, you know, maybe if I could speak to the psychiatrist or therapist or psychiatrist at their psychiatric department, maybe, you know, I can get her what she wants. But they told me, no, we give that same form. It's a checklist. You check off stable, and that's what we hand in. And she was saying there's no way to predict how someone's going to react. Nobody can do that. I said, well, can you tell the doctor that? Oh, no, I can't tell them how to do things. You know, I'm like, and both me and my daughter are like pissed. We are frustrated. And she's trying to get a hold of the doctor, and she can't. And I told them, psychiatrist doesn't work there. She, you know, as far as if I'm not mistaken, these people volunteer their time. She works from her office. It's a television thing where it's done through television. I think they call it telemed. So they're not, when the doctor tries to call there, she says, oh, I don't even know her name. What's her plastic surgeon's name? And they're playing phone tag and trying to get a hold of each other, and they're not. And I'm just frustrated out of my mind. I even started looking up other plastic surgeons who take Medicaid. If they take Medicaid, then they'll definitely take my insurance and take whatever they pay. So I'm really discouraged right now. I have no faith in doctors. And then the pulmonary doctor's telling me that, oh, you're not having any type of psychotic episode when you think you're not going to wake up because of not breathing. You're really not breathing. It's not in your head. It's really happening. I'm like, when I'm not breathing, I know it. I wake up gasping for air. And he doesn't want me to follow my ENTs. You know, I had an appointment that day. I had like 5 appointments last week. After the pulmonary, I was going to pick up the c-pap. No, he wants me to do an in-study so they could find out what works on me, blah, 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 blah. Find my perfect number, set it to that, and I just walked over to because it's like literally like half a block away, to the c-pap place. I just walked right over and said, look, I need to cancel until I do this home study. I'm too tired to think straight anymore. I'm pretty sure I got played. And they're telling me, oh, your insurance is probably not going to pay for that. Blah, 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 blah. No, you need to just get this so you can start breathing. Fine. That was another mess. Trying to pick out that machine set me into anxiety mode for a few days. This thing is blowing air, but yet I'm not breathing anything. They were mad because I was trying on all these different masks. And they're saying, we're not going to let you try any more masks unless you tell me for sure if you're going to buy this machine. I'm like, I said, I'm not going to buy this machine unless I know what mask is going to fit me. I mean, she put me into such an anxiety mode, and I told her, forget it. And then when she saw she was going to lose the sale, then she was like, oh, no, we'll try another mask. I said, I'll just take the machine home, forget the mask. No. They want the sale from the mask. And after all was said and done, I finally found a mask that I'm comfortable with, because the mask that I wanted, it's obstructing my nose. Maybe my nose is too big, I don't know. We tried on like 3 before I decided on, I said, no, none of this is working for me. Finally found one that covers the whole nose. And that thing, I could feel it. When I take it off, I could feel all the air. But when I try to breathe, nothing's going in my nose. Nothing's going in my nose. So the pulmonist said that he doesn't think I need oxygen, which is really, if they could just give me that, I'd be so happy. He says that he thinks I might have the beginning of asthma, and I was afraid of that from the symptoms that we were discussing. So I gotta keep going back to him to figure these things. Like, I need x-rays and all of this stuff, but I can't do anything until we find out what's happening with the surgery. So I'm really frustrated. So I wound up leaving with a machine that, they said this machine is quiet, it has a humidifier, blah, blah, blah. But because she was so anxious to make the sale, she really didn't teach me how to work it. And guess what? I can't set it. They said when you go get medicine, the pharmacist can only give you what the doctor orders. We can't teach you how to set the machine. We can only set it. And they do it remotely, which is really like kind of scary. They could remotely kill me and turn the machine off while I'm sleeping, just really freaky. I still haven't used it. My heart's been palpitating just thinking about it. I hadn't used it. Well, also I need an extension. They said I needed distilled water. And I had appointments, and I tried to do it in between appointments, but I wasn't finding what I was looking for. And then somebody called me from the main office and said, don't wear it at night yet. Why don't you just watch TV with it on, get used to it, and just slowly work your way into getting used to it. Because I was like in anxiety mode after that all last week, after Wednesday. I asked, I said, why? I can feel the pressure when I'm removing the mask. I can feel all this pressure, but I'm not breathing. It's just not going in. I don't understand what's happening, and it's trial and error, and it's just annoying. It's for me, it's anxiety, because of course my thing is fear of not breathing and not waking up in the morning. So I had a few rough nights, and I had a couple of good nights. I'm getting, little by little, I am getting better, but that just put me into anxiety mode, getting that c-pap. It's a c-pap, APAP machine. So an APAP adjusts to you throughout the night. It'll change the setting on its own, whereas a c-pap is set to whatever you and the doctor feel are good. So I've been anxious ever since, so it's just, I guess that just set off my anxiety. And then I have nights where my nostrils are so, spend $30 on a nasal spray that acts as an antihistamine. So it's supposed to take down any swelling. It's also got steroids in it. So any swelling, it takes away. Didn't work, just dried me out. I still couldn't breathe. And I blow my nose and there's nothing. It's not, I think it has to do with the ear having fluid in it. So I really want to resolve that issue. And the pressure in my head is so bad, I've been getting really bad headaches. And it's not the usual migraines I used to get. I don't really get migraines that often anymore. This is an everyday, just a pressure headache, pressure here in the sinuses, just a headache every day. So that's been freaking me out at night. Anything that's not normal will send my anxiety up. So this week has not really been the greatest, though, I've had a few good nights, but only if I can breathe. I'm almost out of these nasal strips. I keep forgetting to buy more. I think these might be the last 2 I have left. I use the 50% alcohol because nothing else seems to work. Though someone suggested witch hazel, so it won't burn my nose. So I'm gonna try that. But that's the thing, you're wasting them. If it doesn't work, you've just wasted one. It'll just come right off. So, you know, I use that if I feel I need it, and if not, I won't. In the past 2 nights, I haven't needed it, thank God, and that makes me feel good. But yeah, since my anxiety's up because of this machine and scared to use the machine, and then my nose gets all stuffy, and then what's the point? If my nose is stuffy, where's the air gonna go in anyway? And so I've had a few rough nights, but not like before where my body wants to sleep but my mind won't let me. Just anxiety where my heart's pumping and palpitating, and I'm just, you know, anxiety ridden. But you know, I feel I'm a lot better, thank God. And like I said before, thank God for modern science and modern medicine. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, in limbo, and you know, just, you know, let's see what happens with this machine. I still haven't even used it because I'm just so tired. I don't even want to read. I gotta read the instructions. I couldn't open up the humidifier. You have to open it up, pour it with water, and I couldn't even do that. And then I found these girls said that I'm allowed, at the expense of the insurance company, I'm allowed different pieces. Twice a month I'm allowed. So she said, while I'm at 100%, they're going to send it to me. So not only did they make the sale on the machine, they're making the sale on sending me parts for this machine, 2 every month. So, you know, because they said that, you know, of course they told me this after, that the nose piece, it's rubber and it wears out after a while and you need a new one. I'm like, so yeah, I think I was doing fine until I had to try out that c-pap. So I'm thinking this, I know the doctor's gonna be mad that I already got this machine, but I'll do the sleep study, you know, and figure out that's where I can really know what setting I should have. I did neon, and the nail polish was shaking, but it was, when I went to put it on, it was real thick, so dang it. But anyway, neon for the dang freaking humid heat here in Texas. Neon orange. So yeah. So anyway, okay, I will hopefully see you next week. As far as I know, I have Monday off, but I do not have that Friday off, so I guess I could edit it on Saturday and Sunday. And then the following week, I have 4 appointments this coming week. Is it this week or next week? No, it's this week. I have 4 appointments this week. Today I have a phone appointment, Skype appointment, and then next week I think I have like 3, and the following week 3. So I am going to, I don't know what's going to happen with the surgery, but you know, I'm going to make a point of just taking a week off from everything. So frustrated. Anyway, okay, love you all. See you next week. Mwah.